Weird one, but we're doing this on my phone. I'm gonna keep the distance like this. I'm just gonna, you can see in the background how I'm gonna try to keep this elevated. I'll just keep this one short. Hatred. I said it before, I said it was the key to success. In my eyes, hatred will be one of your many keys to success. When you are so low, when you're at a point in your life where you could do nothing but hate yourself, that is where your self-improvement will start to grow. That is where you will start to look in the mirror, where you will start to say, I need to become so much better, where you start to hate yourself, where you have no point in life but to grow. You can do anything else, but you choose to grow because of how much you hate yourself. You want to break yourself out of that shell. You want to explore, move on, do whatever you want to do. You're doing all that because you hate the current situation you're in, right? And that is going to help you succeed. Now, I've also said, do not doubt yourself. What do I mean by this? I mean, hate yourself, but to an extent where, as you're hating yourself, let's say, this is a good example. You're fat as fuck, and you constantly eat Nutella, you constantly eat Nutella, you constantly eat Nutella. What are you gonna do? I'm using this because it's a real life example. So you're fat, you constantly eat Nutella, you're constantly gaining weight. What do? You decide to go on a cut. You start cutting weight, and you start to see real progress. However, you notice a setback. You hate yourself so much to the point where you promise yourself you'll never make a setback again. However, you're confident. You said, I have seen my previous, I have seen my previous growth from how much weight I have shred. So I know that I can push myself to grow harder. Right? It's that simple. So again, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Hatred will be your key to success. If not your key, one of your many keys. Stay up all night, overthink, do the work you don't want to do, keep yourself busy so you don't get stuck in your thoughts, and hate yourself to force yourself to grow. You need to break out of that shell. You can't be the same person you were the same day. You can either be 1% better or 1% worse. It's always better to be 1% better. But if you were the same person you were yesterday, that means you haven't grown, right? You haven't grown mentally, because if you were worse, that means you at least tried to grow, but it didn't work. But you tried. How else can you try? By hating yourself. You could try to be better as long as you hate yourself. Hatred, hatred, hatred. Just do your best. Even if it's not enough, constantly do your best. Nothing else you can do. I haven't posted in 2 weeks. I've been very busy. Watch the shorts. I have been shadow banned on multiple platforms. However, I will continue to upload. I love all you guys. Hop in the charts, kick some ass tomorrow.